All right, Chris McGinnis says the Canadian who's now moved back to the U.S. after 10 years. I have never seen an aurora borealis. I can't even get the word out. The Northern Lights.
That's
People know what I'm
easier.
talking
It's a little
about,
easier to say, right?
So you've set my expectations. What's going to happen?
Okay, well, let's not get too high here in Portland because, of course, we've got the clouds out there. But let's go ahead and check the Modus. It just slipped and said it.
Modus Center. Yes.
What am I doing? The red lights lit up. No, those are not the Northern Lights. But I was hoping to see. Not that we would be able to see the Northern Lights in Portland because of all the light pollution. However, the sky trying to clear out just a little bit. So what's going on? A geomagnetic storm watch is what's going on. What does that mean? Northern Lights possible tonight. That's fancy jargon for talking about the coronal mass ejections that were shot out of the sun a couple of days ago. These things are high energy particles, solar flares that came out of the sun at 1,000 miles an hour. So they've been traveling to the Earth for the last 36 to 48 hours, and they are now interacting with the magnetic field around the Earth and the Earth's upper atmosphere, and that's producing, in some cases, a glowing sky known as the Northern Lights. And we are seeing that phenomenon. I'm seeing social media reports in North and South Dakota and as far south in latitude as Colorado. So I wanted to grab the latest auroral forecast. This is from NOAA, from the Space Weather Prediction Center. There is a thing, such a thing. And what you're looking at here, this green glowing area represents the area where a visible aurora is likely over the next 30 to 40 minutes. You'll note that the southern periphery of that gets right to like North and South Dakota. However, you don't need to be right under this thing to see it because, keep in mind that that's happening way, way, way over our heads. So at a distance, there's a chance that even parts of northern Oregon and northern Washington could see this tonight. That's if the sky clears. One such instance where we saw a fantastic aurora was last October. Clifford Paggio Jr. was kind enough to share this photo with us. This was an aurora that happened in October in the gorge. Checking out the Northern Lights on the horizon there. That's beautiful with Vista House in the foreground and the Northern Lights glowing low on the horizon here as that is occurring, pretty far to the north. But in any event, pretty neat to see. Will we see it? Well, probably not west of the Cascades, but in the gorge and across central and eastern Oregon, you might have a chance tonight as the sky is trying to clear out over there. We've got a couple sprinkles overhead here in Portland, and those will likely be kind of back at us, at least on and off again during the day tomorrow. The green blobs on the map here that you see will be very, very light, much like what we saw or didn't see today. We measured 1/100th of an inch of rain here at our KGW News studios this evening. So again, these are not prolific rainmakers by any stretch. Friday likely starts dry, but by Friday night, there's another system that kicks through with some sprinkles. Saturday will likely be dry, and then as we go into the tail end of the weekend, we get wet, really wet. And I'll show you the 7-day in just a second. All right, temperature-wise, tomorrow we're back into the mid-50s to close out the month of March. I can't believe it. We're talking about tomorrow being March 31st, but March is going out like a lamb with daytime highs only in the mid-50s. That's a smidge below average for this time of the year, but we'll make up for it at some point. What we need to make up for is the rain. And I think we're going to finally do that on Sunday and Monday with significant rain headed our way and possibly some significant Cascade snow, which sets up nicely for the Washington kiddos going on spring break.
Ooh.
All right, that's perfect.
Good timing, huh?
Yeah, great timing.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
Pat
patting
yourself
himself on the
back.
back. So if it doesn't rain, we're going to blame you then, right?
Matt's back next week. So
Thanks, Chris.